Hello everyone, welcome to Debjit Decodes. So in the last few videos, we are talking about the arrays, right? So we have seen a lot of stuff related to array, as well as we have seen the 1D array, 2D array, all these things. Now before moving to the next data structures, mainly we'll be moving to linked list after this. So I thought it would be a good idea if I talk about pointers. Though I will be making a separate playlist of say programming logic concepts, they'll be putting so many videos on this topic. But I thought it would be a great bridge before moving to linked list. So let us have a quick understanding about the pointers. See, suppose you are writing int x equals to 10. What is the meaning? X is a variable which is of type integer and which is storing the value 10. So if the question is where it is stored, or say if you want to understand the computer memory related to this thing, how do you process this? If I ask student that where is this 10, they say that it is inside X. But the complete answer actually is, say this particular 10, as I was saying in some videos, that say if in RAM there are say infinite blocks, or say there are not infinite, there are finite blocks, but there is a huge number of space available depending on the RAM size, and each block is say, you can visualize in your brain, each block is say having 1 byte. Then to store this X's value 10, because it is of type integer, it will be taking 4 bytes, so we need this kind of 4 bytes. It will be storing 10. So this particular thing simply means that this 10 is sitting somewhere in the memory location where it has got some empty space, and this X is nothing but the name given to that particular memory location. You can think in your brain like this. This 10, this value is sitting somewhere in that memory location, because in case of array, if say the array size is 10, and if it is of integer, 40 blocks are needed, so 40 it was finding if there was some empty space. Similarly, if it is only one element, it is finding say 4 bytes. If it is character, it is finding only 1 byte. It is sitting somewhere in the memory location, and this X is nothing but the name given to that memory location, because we are not bothered about the memory location's name, because it might be say hexadecimal number or something like that. It would be looking complicated. So just to make our life simple, we are using this variable name X. As simple as that. It's just like a mask. You can think, right? Now, suppose say we have written int x equals to 10, y equals to 20, z equals to 30, and so on. So that means, say if you want to understand the computer memory, it will look like, say there is an address, there is a value. Suppose say whenever the 10 was there, there is some free space as 1, 2, 2, 2. This is the memory location. 10 is there. Now say int y equals to 20, you have written, but before that you have written so many things. So the next memory location may be occupied. So it is maybe at 5555, 20 sitting. Same way, say 9233, say 30 sitting, and so on. So that's how whenever this address is holding this value, but you are saying a variable is holding this value. This variable is nothing but the name of that memory location. You can think in your brain like this, right? Now, if you want to see how to see the address of a variable, because so far whatever we have talked about, so far we were talking about in terms of the value only. We are writing int x equals to 10, whether it is a single value or multiple value, like in case of arrays. But if you want to calculate the address of a variable, you can do it using ampersand, because there might be a chance you need to work on the addresses, you need to see the addresses, or say just for fun you want to know that where is this x, because if you print this x you will be getting 10, the value stored inside it. But what if you want to see the address, right? Now this is done using this ampersand sign, right? This is also known as address of. This sign is also known as address of. See how? Int age equals to 28. That means what I am saying, age is a variable which is of type integer, which is storing the value 28 inside it. Now if you want to print only age, you will be getting the value 28 back. But what if you want to store, or you want to see that where this 28 is stored inside the memory? That we cannot say, right? We need to see somewhere. Then if you write it like this, printf %p, this p actually stands for pointer. I am coming. Printf %p ampersand age, because this thing simply means address of. So what it is saying? Print the address of age. Print the address of variable age, right? So that means what? That means this particular age's address where this 28 is stored, you will be getting. Suppose you are getting here 5555 as output. You can check, you can run this code and you can check. Everybody will be getting some other addresses, right? There is no fixed value, because if you print only age, everybody will be getting the answer as 28. But if you are printing the address of age, you will be getting some other values depending where is this particular 28 is getting stored. That is how this address of variable can be accessed. Now the concept, why this pointer is coming, or what is pointer rather, right? If you see, the definition is given as a pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. Why do we need pointer, or how it is different, say, from other normal variable, normal values? It is saying that the pointer is a variable. Pointer is what? First of all, pointer, see, this x, what is this x? This x is a variable as well. Now, this pointer is also a variable. It is a normal variable. What this normal variable does? This normal variable stores a value. I hope it is clear. This normal variable stores a value. But what this pointer does? This pointer stores, it is also a variable, but it stores the address of another variable. So it will not store the normal value. It will store the address of another variable. Are you getting my point? It is a variable, but it will be storing the address, not the value. I hope it is clear, right? Next is, see how. First of all, see, int value equals to 50. Int val equals to 50, right? It is a normal variable. And suppose stored at address 1200. We are assuming that this 50 is at location 1200, right? So this particular 1200 will be having the value as 50. Now, if you see, this particular address 1200 is storing 50. Fine. This is for this line only, right? Now, if you go to this line, it is saying that we are taking a variable p. This star is indicating it is a pointer, because if you see, this particular index equals to 10, there is no say star or something. So this is a normal variable which is storing the value 10, but a pointer is a variable that stores the address. So it should look a little different. That's how it is looking different, because it is saying that it has a star in front of it. But as it is a variable, so it is of type integer. So what it is saying, p is a pointer of type integer which is storing, what is this? Address of, which is storing the address of this val, right? So p is having, or p is storing the address of this val. So whatever be the address, just now it was address, right now it is becoming value, because it is getting stored inside another variable. This particular address of this val is getting stored inside this. So this 1200 is now value which is stored inside p. Try to understand this clearly, then it will be absolutely crystal clear. This 1200 which was just now storing the value 50, now this 1200 is getting stored inside another variable. So this 1200 is becoming a value. This 1200 is becoming a value. And suppose this p, it is also stored at some location. Suppose the location is 5000. So what it is saying, this first line was saying this value 50 was stored, suppose we are assuming 1200 was stored at the address 1200, and now because the address of this val is getting stored inside this p which is pointer, so that's why this is being treated as value. This 1200 is stored at 5000. So this is the meaning of pointer. Pointer is a variable, p is a variable that stored the address of another variable, right? This stores the value address of another variable. So this p, this is where p is. This is the address of p, right? This is the address of val, right? This is the value of val, and this is the address of val. So this address of val, this is what saying a pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. So this pointer's location is storing the address of this val. As simple as that. This is the meaning of pointer. I hope it is absolutely clear, because this is the main and important concept. If you have understood it, you have understood a lot of pointers. Now, if you see the declaration, we have already done. But if you see how it is declared, data type space star pointer name, or say int star p. I have written it like this. Int star p. It can be anything. It can be char star p. It can be float star p. Whatever be the type, return type, right? So in this case, say int star p. I have written it already. So that's how this pointer is declared. So it is a pointer. This thing is signifying it is a pointer. It is not a normal variable, but it is a variable, a pointer variable, and of type integer. Simple. Now there is dereferencing operator as well. This is address of operator. This is dereferencing operator. Why? What is the meaning of dereferencing operator? Simple. That if you want to see the value at that location, you can use this. To know the value at that location, that's why I am writing also known as value at. So if you want to know the value at this particular, say this is storing the address. This P is storing the address of some other variable. But now if you want to see the value at that particular location, you can use this. Now we will be seeing this example and everything will be crystal clear. I am coming one by one. Suppose say there is a piece of C code. C code is here. Suppose. Now see what you have written. Int main, int age equals to 20. So age is what? Age is a normal variable. What is age? Age is a normal variable, right? Which is having the value 28. What is 28? It is normal value. Now say, suppose this age, this 28 is stored at memory location, suppose assuming 5555. Suppose it is stored at 5555. We are assuming. So what is the meaning? Age is a variable, normal variable of type integer, which is taking 4 bytes. It is having the value 28 and it is stored at 5555. So up to 5555 to say 5558, because 5556, 57, 58, because it is 4 bytes. Cool. Now int star p, we are taking, what is the meaning of this thing? It's a pointer variable of type integer, which is storing the address of age. What is the address of age? 5555. So what is this storing? 5555. Right? Now if you want to printf percentage %d, what is this backslash n? Simply means the next line. Printf percentage %d age. What does it print? It will simply print the value present at age. You have already seen this. So this will simply print 28. It's simply printing age. Now if you see, if you are printf percentage %p, see here it is percentage %d. Why? Because it is access specifier for integer. We are storing integer, we are printing integer using this percentage %d. But if you want to work with, because this is normal value, if you want to work with address, we need to use this percentage %p. P signifies pointer, as I have already talked about. So printf percentage %p ampersandage. What is the meaning of ampersandage? This is the address of age. This is not normal value. This is the address of age. And what I said that the address of age is 5555. So if you want to print address of age, it will be, this line will give you 5555. You can run this code in your system and you can see this value will be different. This will be same for everyone. But this value will be different. Wherever in your memory it is getting placed, it will be giving that address. It can be 1000. It can be 7 lakhs. It can be anything. Right? So this is the meaning of it. Now, next is if you want to print percentage %p, p. What is p? See, what is p? P is a variable which is of type pointer, which is storing the address of age. So p is equivalent to address of age. We can talk about this thing. That's why we are using percentage %p, because p is a pointer and is storing the address of age. So whatever be the value of this case, this line will give the same value. Because p and percent and ampersand of age, these two are storing the same value. These two are equivalent. That's why we have said. So this will also give 5555. I hope it is clear. Right? This is normal value. That's why percentage %d. This is address. This is also address. Though there is no ampersand given, because why should I give it? Because if you give ampersand here, try to understand. If you give ampersand here for this case, say for this example, say if you wanted to print normal val, just like this line. If you wanted to print normal val, it was given 50. It will be giving 50. Now if you are printing ampersand val, it will be giving 1200. 1200. Now if you are printing say normal p for this case. For this case, if you are printing normal p, what is that? That is nothing but ampersand val, which is 1200. So it would have given 1200. Now if you put ampersand p, what is this? Ampersand p is nothing but the address of p. What is the address of p? this 5000. P has an address. P is also sitting somewhere. So this will give you 5000 for this case. And here also if you put ampersand P, this will give you some value. Maybe say 1025, anything, wherever it is sitting in the memory location. You can see anywhere, wherever it is in empty space. Now, the last one is, this is value at. Now if you print a %d value at P, if you see there is a confusion. Let me talk about this thing first, because whenever I was a student, I used to get a lot of confusion. Whenever you were declaring, or whenever you were say declaring a pointer like this star specifies it is an integer type pointer. It is a type, this particular thing is not a normal say variable, it's a pointer variable. But whenever you are printing it, you are using this in place in front of P. This thing and this thing are not same. This thing is simply saying it is a value at. So it is saying that star P here signifies value at P. So what is the meaning? What is P? P is equivalent to ampersandage. So we can write it star ampersandage. In case of star P, we can write star ampersandage. So what is star ampersandage? Star value at, what is ampersandage? 5555, that is the address of H. And who is sitting? What is the meaning of this thing? Value at 5555. Who is sitting at 5555? This 28. So this line will also return 28. That's why it is called dereferencing. You have referenced, now you are dereferencing. You have gone to that address, now you are asking for the value. That is the meaning of it. So I hope whatever I have talked about in this video, right now the question might be why pointer is needed. Pointer is needed everywhere, because if you want to directly work with memory, you do not want to work with value, or say you want to work with dynamic data structure, whatever the data structure we will be seeing in the coming videos, linked list, tree, graphs, everywhere pointers will be used. So this is a hugely important concept, and students often get confused here. And questions in interviews, say competitive exams, everywhere questions comes from this. A lot of questions, tricky questions. We'll be solving a lot of tricky problems as well. In the next video, we'll be seeing how pointers and arrays are related. Then in say some other playlist or say other videos, I'll be solving a lot of pointers related questions, because this thing is fun. I love this topic. Okay, so I hope that whatever I have covered in this video is absolutely clear to you all. Right? So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next videos.